for me.
Yes, you do, mate. Can't say I blame you. Well, hello everybody, good morning and welcome to a very wet Moortown Golf Club here in Leeds. It is day 4 of the English Amateur Championship. It's match play 2 as well. Yes, there's a lot going on throughout today and we're going to be live as well to bring you the action. Now we've come down to the very first tee. It's a par 5 to get things underway. Let's just pan down and have a little look at the opening hole here. It's a cracking atmosphere, by the way, despite the rain. As you can see, it's going to be like this all day, isn't it? But a nice par 5 to begin with. Quite narrow fairway though, isn't there? A lot of danger there. Lots of bunkers on the left. That long grass as well. Accuracy is going to be absolutely key here. We have just had Josh Hill and Matthew Dodberry tee off. They teed off at 8:40, but we're going to follow the next group down for a little bit as well. We're going to bring you as much action as possible. We've got George Mason up here as well. George, come here a second. You're going out a little bit today, aren't you? It's good to see you. I was just chatting to the family up there as well. Of course, you're going out in, what, 20 minutes or so, aren't you? How are you feeling?
So. Sound.
Yeah, I know you. Cool, calm, collected. We obviously see you a lot on 2020 Pro Tour.
See what happens.
How's the week been in total so far? Obviously, you came through the stroke playing and you won yesterday.
Good experience. But it is what it is. If you want to be a golfer, this is what you've got to do, innit?
I need one of your absolutely cool pills, whatever you take, because you're super cool. There we go. George Mason going out a little bit later. We will catch up with him. We are going to follow though Matt Gauntlet and Jack Dyer down the first for a few holes just to see how they get on. Remember, you can access the live leaderboard as well. There is a link in the body of this broadcast. It will take you through to the England Golf website. You can also access the leaderboard that way, but do keep an eye on the England Golf social media channels as well, because we will be posting the leaderboard up for you as things happens throughout the day. So the players are just coming up behind us as well. So what happened yesterday between these two gentlemen? Well, Matt Gauntlet upset the odds a little bit. He beat Haider Hussain over 20 holes. Haider Hussain was the second seed here for the English Amateur Championship. He's now out. Jack Dyer, he beat Joshua Berry 2-1. Exciting stuff indeed. In fact, we've had a lot of high drama over the last 3 days here in Leeds. It's been a cross between Moortown and Headingley. A big thank you to Moortown and both Headingley for hosting so far. It's been an incredible time. Don't forget, we're going to be live throughout the weekend as well. We are here tomorrow and we're here for the final day on Sunday too, where we will crown your men's and women's English Amateur Champions, and you'll see it live as well. How good is that? We've got the two gentlemen behind us just getting themselves ready. We'll grab a quick word with them shortly as well. And like I said, we are going to follow them down the first as well to catch some of the action as it happens live. So a number of groups already out on the course. First tee group went out at 7:30 this morning. Sam Easterbrook is out on the course. He's playing against Harry Uzzell. Tom Addy, he's up against Frank Kennedy. Joe Harvey is on the course playing against Ben Quinney. Aaron Edwards-Hill is up against Craig Passmore. Jack Bigham and Jake Benson going toe-to-toe. Ross McIntosh, Reece Nevin are out on the course. Harvey Byers, Sam Bairstow. We're going to catch up with that group a little bit later. They teed off at 8:30. We've just seen Josh Hill, Matthew Dodberry. They're on the first behind us now. And of course, we are here with Matt Gauntlet and Jack Dyer. We're going to follow this group down now. The weather really is deteriorating quite quickly already this morning. It's absolutely chucking it down. Now, if you do have a question or you want to find out more, please do comment below. Remember, we can see the comments. If you got a friend or family member playing in the English Amateur Championship today, let us know. Do drop a message of support. We will read it out as well. We can see them. So please do drop your messages of support below. So it's going to be a feast of live golf all throughout the day. Match play as well. It's exciting stuff, isn't it? Now this group due to get underway in 3.5 minutes here at the par 5 first. 486 yards to get things underway. Lovely atmosphere. Of course, Moortown, very famous golf club, hosted the Ryder Cup, of course. A lot of history here in Leeds. bit of practice going on, not a huge amount of practice going on. I think a lot of players just trying to stay dry at the minute. It's testing conditions, isn't it? I was having a little chat in the clubhouse with a few people. We're having a bit of a laugh, we're having a bit of a joke, because it's a very British thing to do, isn't it, to talk about the weather, but it's so unpredictable at the end of July, and we're all in waterproofs and well dressed up because it's a little bit nippy. Now we do have the girls going out a little bit later as well from 10:30 a.m. Annabelle Fuller is up against Lily Hurst. Katie Yates will be going up against Shannon O'Dyer. Then we've got at 10:50 Ellie Gower against Kirsten Rudgley. We've got Maya Eel Smith against Harriet Lynch. Hannah Screen against Davina Zhang. Abigail Rowlands against Amelia Williamson. Danielle Hardwick against Belle Wardle. Belle Wardle upset the odds a little bit yesterday. She beat defending champion Emily Price 2-up yesterday. And then final group out, 11:40, Jess Baker versus Louise Burke. Like I said, we're going to bring you as much of the action as we possibly can. We're going to stick with this opening group first. We're going to walk down the fairway with them. We're going to have a chat with them as well as they're walking down, just to see how they feel. We're not going to be too intrusive today, but we do want to hear from the players live, don't we? We can bring you closer to the action than anybody else really can. We're stood on the first tee. We want you to really feel a part of the live coverage, like you're really right next to us at Moortown here, but of course in the dry for yourself because it's absolutely soaking. You can just see a bit of action down on the driving range as well. There you go, a bit players just getting themselves warmed up. Boys all going out first. After this group, after Matt Gauntlet and Jack Dyer, we do have Charlie Crockett against Fred Tyndale against George Mason, who we've just spoken to, against Jack Maxey. We've got Alfie Forresky against Tom Stagg, Hugo Kedsley against Ollie Broomfield, John Goff against Will Cox, and Joe Sullivan against Jack Brooks, and James Claridge against Taylor Paul. All still to come for you today. The rain has just actually started to hammer down even a little bit harder, isn't it, Leon? As soon as we've decided to come out and go live, the rain suddenly gets even heavier. You couldn't make it up, could you? So what do we do here at the first? It's going to have to be, we've seen a drive, we saw a long iron as well. Like we said, it looks inviting, but there is a lot of danger out here at the par 5 first at Moortown, just on the outskirts of Leeds, on the Harrogate Road. Oh my word, this is absolutely bucketing it down now. It's just suddenly got a whole lot heavier all of a sudden. Right, I think so I was wondering actually if we can just pop the... oh, here we go, sorry.
Gauntlet, West Hearts, Jack Dyer, Boyce Hill. On the tee, Matt Gauntlet.
So Matt Gauntlet's going to be up first. We're going straight into it. I was going to see if we get the leaderboard up, but no, we're going to go straight into it. It is the 11:52 time. Here is Matt Gauntlet. And it is the driver. Have a look at that. Is it okay? I think it might be in the long stuff down there.
Jack Dyer.
And here is Jack Dyer. So he's taking a wood option. Looks like it's 3 wood. Right, we're going to walk down with this group. We might get a bit more shelter the further we walk down as well. It is absolutely bucketing it down already. Jack, a bit of a challenge today, isn't it, with this rain out here?
Yeah,
but
mate.
we do play golf in England, so we've got to expect
Yeah,
it.
it's not. It's the same for both of us, isn't it? So that's the main thing. That should be interesting. So
Do you like the match play format, like a bit of one-on-one competition?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I think it's just an even playing field, isn't it? You're both playing the same course. Should have a good match today. Obviously beat Hedge yesterday. It was a tough game.
Yeah.
Down on 20th. So we'll see how it goes. I'm looking forward to it.
Top man. We'll walk down with you guys anyway. Thank you for talking to us. Let's head down. Yeah, it's match play format, of course, today, isn't it? I do just wonder, actually, if we can get that leaderboard up onto the screen. We'll just see how some of the earlier groups have been getting on. Of course, the very first group went out at 7:30 this morning. Let's walk our way down, shall we? God, it really is coming down quite heavy. The rain at the minute is quite a story, isn't it? So there we go. There's the leaderboard for how it stands for the early groups, of course. Plenty of action to bring you all throughout the day as well. This is the 8:50 tee time. Matt Gauntlet and Jack Dyer. We're just going to follow them for a few holes, see how they get on. We're going to be live throughout the day as well. We are going to do sessions for you, so we're sort of how the format is going to work today. So we're going to stay live for sort of an hour and a half or so, then break off, come back, get back out onto the course. So it's going to be fast and furious live action for you today here at Moortown. Going to need a nice hot bath, I think, this evening, because we're going to get very, very wet. But it is part of the fun, isn't it? It's a lovely Friday morning despite the rain. I think I'd rather be playing golf. So do comment below as well. Tell us, where are you watching this live coverage from? Are you at home? Are you at work? Are you playing golf a little bit later today? And if so, tell us where. We're here at Moortown. The English Amateur Championship is being played across Moortown and Headingley here in Leeds, and so far it's been an incredible 3 days. This is day 4. It's match play 2. We're back tomorrow, and then we're back on Sunday, of course, for the final 36 holes. The final is going to be played, and at the end of it we will have a men's and women's English Amateur Champion. We'll bring that for you live. So second shots here. It's going to be Matt Gauntlet to go first. Just there. Par 5 to begin with here at Moortown. It's a good shot. Of course, we're not expecting the rain will slow everything up, won't it? So here's going to be Jack Dyer for his second shot. Wet enough for you, Matt? So we are right here in the mix. We are literally in the middle of the first fairway here at Moortown. Yesterday, Matt Gauntlet defeated Hayder Hussain in an incredible 20-hole match play. Jack Dyer took down Joshua Berry 2-1. You've really got to be at the very top of your game, haven't you, just to make it through to the final. The tournament started on Tuesday. It's 2 days of stroke play, then there was a cut, and then we moved straight into the match play format from yesterday. Here is Jack Dyer from Boyce Hill. Second shot, par 5 first. Hold it. I think it's made it onto the green as well from there. Let's walk down. So it could be a slight advantage to Jack Dyer here at the first. Wind is really sweeping across us from right to left. It really is absolutely soaking. It's only going to get wetter. Of course, the forecast is for rain over the course of the weekend as well, but it's the same for everybody. And if you play golf in England, you've got to always bring a brolly with you, haven't you, just in case.
Yeah. I'll take it back, I've got a wet chin. It's just all bad, mate.
So we're walking down the par 5 first. Welcome if you are just tuning in. It is the morning action here of the English Amateur Championship. It is day 4. It's match play 2. Still a lot to happen today. Final group go out at 11:40. The girls start from 10:30. We'll bring you a lot of the action with the Women's Amateur Championship as well. We are with the men at the minute right now. We're with Matt Gauntlet and Jack Dyer, teed off at 8:50. And it's going to be Matt Gauntlet to play his third shot here. That was a good shot, wasn't it, by Jack Dyer, by the way, on the green. So Matt, rightly so, just taking his time. Just going to wipe the lens of the camera, as you can appreciate it. It is very wet here. I might have mentioned it once or twice. Now, if you've got a friend or family member who's playing in the English Amateur Championship, do give them a message of support below. We can see the comments and we will read them out as well. So do drop a message of support below. We do want to hear from you. This is your show. We are with Matt Gauntlet and Jack Dyer at the minute, but we're going to get out into the course and catch a lot of the groups throughout the day as it happens. And I think, yeah, Jack Dyer's just going to mark his ball. So here is Matt Gauntlet, the third shot, the par 5 first. The English Amateur Championship. It's a good line, isn't it? Stop, stop. Right, let's move to the green because Jack Dyer has an early chance here to go one up. Let's just see. If he can sink this putt, he will win the hole. And although we're not playing stroke play, it would actually be for eagle as well. Plenty of talk going on between Jack and his caddy. That's what we like to see, a supporting hand. It's a tricky long putt though. So Jack Dyer to win the first hole. It's going to have to go some 20-25 feet though. And it just swept off to the left, doesn't it? Let's first look at the greens here at Moortown. So here's Matt Gauntlet's fourth shot. Oh, what a putt that is. So Matt Gauntlet with technically with a birdie here, but he's taken 4. So pressure is now on Jack Dyer, who needs to sink this putt. Otherwise Gauntlet will move to 1 up. In it goes. So good start by both gentlemen. It is Matt Gauntlet and Jack Dyer all square through 1. Let's head to the second with them as well. Both put away a nice little 4 there. Bit of a nerve settler, isn't it? But navigated very well indeed. Actually a pair of birdies technically there, so good stuff indeed. We move to the par 4 second. Whilst we walk across, let's just pop that live leaderboard back up onto the screen for you so you can see how a lot of the earlier matches are panning out. The first tee time went out at 7:30 this morning. So we're just going to head to the second tee box here. Right, so we're just heading to the second tee box now, the par 4, quite open and inviting, isn't it? Right, we're in position, so we'll just take that leaderboard down, there we go, and we're back into the heart of the action, back with Matt Gauntlet and Jack Dyer, both holding out in 4 at the first to be all square through 1. Nice hit, splits it, arrow straight. Right, let's walk down with this group to the second green, and we're going to hang around and pick up the next group. It made a lovely sound, doesn't it? Now, this is, of course, the English Amateur Championship. They're put on by England Golf. But who are England Golf? Well, I'm sure a lot of people are well aware of England Golf. What do they actually do? I'm pleased to say we do have a little video to show you now. Just to give you a bit more information about who England Golf are and what they do. Elaine, roll V2. Right, welcome back everybody. Here we are, just walking down the second fairway here at Moortown. We are with Matt Gauntlet, Jack Dyer, all square through one. It's match play 2 of the English Amateur Championship. We've still got a lot of live golf to bring you today, tomorrow, and of course the final day on Sunday, which will be played over 36 holes. We'll be live for that, and at the end of the day we will have a men's and women's amateur champion. It's going to be quite something. And I think I might need a fair few new pair of socks after this weekend as well. So this is Matt Gauntlet. He's about to play his second shot at the par for second here at Moortown. Stroke index 3. Both players took a 4 at the par 5 first. Seems a very good match-up between these two players, doesn't it? So here is Jack Dyer's second shot. Right, let's walk up to the second green here. Whilst we do that, let's just pop that leaderboard up onto the screen so you can see how things are panning out in the match play 2 here. The men went out from 7:30 this morning. Sam Easterbrook against Harry Uzzell, Tom Addy against Frank Kennedy, Joe Harvey against Ben Quinney, Aaron Edwards-Hill against Craig Passmore, Jack Bigham against Jake Benson, Ross McIntosh versus Rhys Nevin, Harvey Byers and Sam Bairstow. We're going to catch up with that group a little bit later. Josh Hill, Matthew Dodberry just ahead of this group. They're actually on the third right now, and we are now here with Matt Gauntlet, Jack Dyer. I can tell you Charlie Crockett and Fred Tyndall have teed off, as have George Mason and Jack Maxey. What about the early groups? Right, here we are back at the green for the second. So that was the leaderboard. Sam Easterbrook going very well indeed. Long way to go though. It is knockout match play, isn't it? So all the players are vying to come back tomorrow and then hopefully make it through to Sunday's final. So this will be both players' third shots here at the par 4 second, all square through 1. Here we are at 2. It's Matt Gauntlet versus Jack Dyer. Matt Gauntlet out of West Herts, Jack Dyer, Boyce Hill. And it's going to be Jack Dyer to go first. Oh, what a shot. Oh my word. You can't believe it. Can't believe it's not gone in. That was a cracker. That really was. And he takes it away from fair, well played, fair play. That was, so it's a 4 for Jack Dyer. This is Matt Gauntlet's third. To win the hole now. Oh. So there we go. It's nothing to split these two. Matt Gauntlet, Jack Dyer, they stay all square as we head to 3. We're gonna follow them down 3 actually, because then we're going to cut back across to 2 and catch up with some of the stuff we're seeing, some exhibition stuff so far, aren't we? Let's just grab a very quick word with Matt. Matt, just very quickly, great stuff so far, isn't it? You boys seem very evenly matched.
Yeah, it was a good up and down on the first I made to make a birdie and put the pressure on, but yeah, that was a good fall there from both of us. So on to the next one.
Excellent. I'll let you continue, and there we go. We're going to just follow this group down 3 before cutting back to 2. So let's keep going. But yeah, we've seen some sensational golf so far, haven't we, from these two young men? We really have. So the third, par 4, 446 yards. As the rain really starts to open up here quite heavily. It is Matt Gauntlet up first, defeated Hayden Hussain yesterday over 20 holes. Hayden Hussain the number 2 seed. So Matt Gauntlet, a man we know who's got the game for the big day. Nice shot as well. We're seeing some wonderful golf here. We really are. Let's follow this group down. First shot's done here at the par 4, third here at Moortown. We're going to follow them down to the green, just see how they get on, see if they stay all square or somebody takes a lead before cutting back to 2. A lot still to happen today. Let's put that leaderboard up on the screen just whilst we march our way down the third fairway here. So that's how things currently stand out on the course. First tee group went out at 7:30 this morning. Sam Easterbrook and Harry Uzzell. Things going well for Sam Easterbrook, aren't they? But a lot still to bring you today. The ladies go out from 10:30 this morning. Annabelle Fuller is up against Lily Hurst. Katie Yates is up against Shannon O'Dyer. Ellie Gower up against Kirsten Rudgedley. Maya Ears Smith against Harriet Lynch. Harriet Lynch defeated Lottie Wode yesterday. Hannah Screen is up against Davina Zhang. Abigail Rowlands against Amelia Williamson. Danielle Hardwick against Belle Wardle, who defeated Emily Price, 2 up yesterday. And Jess Baker, Louise Burke going out at 11:40. We'll be with the ladies a little bit later, but we're going to just keep our attention, of course, for a little bit longer with the men. And we're just walking down with Jack Dyer here and Matt Gauntlet, all square through 2. We've seen some wonderful golf shots so far. Both players hit a 4 at the par 5 first, and both came within millimetres of shooting 3 at the second, the par 4. here we go. Matt Gauntlet over there on the right. Bit of a tricky light here. Trying to keep clubs clean, very difficult of course. So here we go, it's going to be Matt Gauntlet to go first, his second shot at the par 4 third. So Jack Dyer now. So Jack Dyer just taking his time, make sure he selects the right club here. Par 4 third here at Moortown. And that's a very good shot from Jack Dyer. I think he'll be pleased with that when he gets down to the green. Let's march our way on down now. It is quite cold now as well, isn't it? My hands are getting a little bit nippy. The weather is really just absolutely soaking wet. It really is. We did expect rain today, perhaps not quite how it's been so far this morning. It just hasn't stopped, but we keep on going. So we are with Matt Gauntlet, Jack Dyer. Jack defeated Joshua Berry yesterday, 2-1. Matt Gauntlet beat Hayder Hussain over 20 holes. Hayder Hussain came into the tournament second seed. Has won on the Clutch Pro Tour actually a little bit earlier this season up at Fox Hills. But he's out now of the English Amateur Championship. And these two, Matt Gauntlet, Jack Dyer, vying to make it through to the quarterfinals tomorrow Now tomorrow we'll have the quarterfinals and semi-finals, and then on Sunday it's the final for both the men's and the women's English Amateur Championship, played over 36 holes. And here is Matt Gauntlet, third shot. Oh, what a wonderful shot this is. These two are just giving us absolutely exhibition stuff. When the pressure's on, these two really are delivering. To wipe the lens every now and again because of this weather. This is Jack Dyer to win the hole. He's come close before. Oh, it just nips the edge of the hole on the left side. He's going to have to think about this. Yeah, he's just going to think about it. Rightly so. Take your time. It's the fourth shot for Matt Gauntlet and he's missed it. So this will be for Jack Dyer now to go one up. If he can sink this putt, Jack Dyer will go one up. And he does. So there we go. We're going to leave this group now, and it is Jack Dyer who moves one up through three. So there we go. Good time to move on. We're going to head back to two actually and catch up with the next group coming through. Once we do that, just pop the live leaderboard up onto the screen for you. And we're going to head down actually and catch up with Alfie Foreski and Tom Stagg. They're just holding out at the first hole. So that was wonderful stuff, wasn't it? Following Matt Gauntlet to Jack Dyer there. Jack Dyer eventually gets a nose in front. He's one up through three. So here we go. We put the live leaderboard down there. So your 9:20 tea time, Alfie Frisky and Tom Stagg here at the first. Hey mate. You these guys?
Yeah, Tom Stagg.
You're Tom. Ah, how's it going, Tom? All right.
Yeah, not too bad.
Bit wet, eh?
Yeah, it's lovely out here.
There. Right, just double check. You just have to double check sometimes. Yeah, we are with Tom Stagg here and Alfie Frisky. Teed off at 9:20. Yeah, Alfie defeated Carter Rowe yesterday 2-1. Tom defeated Jack Whaley 5-3. I'll get it for you. Big drive by Alfie Frisky there. Oh, Alfie's out of Maidenhead, close to where I live. This is Tom Stagg now. Good drive, looks like Alfie's going to hit it provisional. And that is arrow straight. Right, so we're just going to let that group go off. We're actually going to turn our attention back to first and just catch the next group coming through. We're just going to watch them hole out before. Then we're actually going to head back to the clubhouse and just get ourselves the buggy. We're just going to reset up and get back out onto the course and follow some of the developing stories as they happen here. Let's just pop that live leaderboard up onto the screen, and then if Elaine can tell me what the lay of the land is like. So just coming into your shot right now, we have Hugo Kedzili and Ollie Brimfield coming down the first here. Hugo defeated Zachary Chigwini yesterday 2-1. Ollie defeated Jamie Van Wyck 3-2 yesterday. So this is the 9:30 tee time with Hugo Kedzili and Ollie Broomfield. Hugo plays at Spalding. Ollie from Burnham and Barrow. Oh, it just ran off a little bit, didn't it? Bit of a pressure putt here. If it's not putt, he's got a wedge in hand. Oh, apologies, I couldn't see that. I'm stood over the far side of the green. He's got his back to me. Oh, there you go. Magnificent stuff. That is how you do that. You can just tell me. Right, there we go. What we're going to do now is we're actually going to get ourselves back up to the clubhouse. We're just going to break off very, very shortly, just whilst we go collect ourselves a buggy. If you're wondering what this is the actual microphone, because I'm just trying to keep it dry. It is absolutely soaking here, but it's a wonderful day anyway. I'd rather be here than anywhere else. It is the English Amateur Championship live at Moortown. It is match play 2. We're just going to get ourselves back to the clubhouse very quickly, pick up a buggy, maybe grab a quick cup of coffee, get back out onto the course for the live action as it happens. There's lots of stories developing out on the course. Now, before we go, it's all about England golf here this weekend, and it's all about being together in golf. And here's a little video to play you as we head back to the clubhouse. Roll VT.